Hello, everyone. Welcome to our program Consciousness in Evolution. And for those who doesn't know, our program is a program from Reaprendência International, and we are here every 15 days to debate essential themes of conscienciology. And we also bring some researchers and instructors from other conscienciocentric institutions to debate with us and present some themes that are related to consciential evolution, self re-education, parapsychism, out of body experience, bioenergies, and much more interesting subjects. Okay, people. And today we have two special guests from Apex International, and they are going to talk about a unique opportunity that is the Existential Balance Course to happen in Germany in the end of September and beginning of October. So from September 30 until October 2nd, we are going to have this course in Friedrichsdorf in Germany. That is a town near Frankfurt. So we invited two instructors from the course that are going to present all the program, the instructors, and what's going to happen there. Okay. So let's introduce our first guest, that is Ellen
Mhm.
Matos. Welcome, Ellen.
Hi, Eliane.
Hi. I'm going to read Ellen's resume. Well, people, Ellen was born in Rio de Janeiro and lives in the United States since 1999. She is an anthropologist and archaeologist and studied film at Full Sail University in Florida, specializing in documentary films and film editing. She has been a researcher in conscienciology since 1997 at IIPC headquarters in Rio de Janeiro. She is a Penta practitioner since 2019 and a teacher at Apex since 2021. Very good. Welcome again. And
Thank you.
let's call our next teacher. Hello, Ana Lu. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Such a pleasure to be here again with you guys.
That's it. Let's introduce to people this great opportunity that is the existential balance in Germany. And I'm going to read for you Ana Lu's resume. Ana Lu is a psychologist graduated from UniAmerica University, specialist in computer networks and manager of Atletica Wellbeing and Women's Health. She is a member of the body of psychologists at Instituto Terapia Criativa. She is an Apex volunteer since 2018 and Proexology instructor since 2019. So, very good teachers. Um, I have some questions for you, and I want you to tell us everything about the existential balance in Germany because many people want to go, but they are still in doubt. Should I invest my time and money in taking a course in Germany to go abroad? Is it worth it? Isn't that too far? Why shouldn't I take this course in Brazil? Why should I go or to other places? For example, is it possible to do a existential balance online? I don't think so. I don't think we have the whole course to happen online. It's essential to be present in the course. So this kind of doubts. And another thing that I want to ask you, for example, people who haven't decided yet, sometimes they come to me and ask, where should I stay? Should I stay all the time in the course, in the hotel of the course, or should I stay somewhere else? Things like that. How far is from Frankfurt to Friedrichsdorf? Is that how long does it take? This kind of things people are in doubt. And so let's get started. And what my first question for you is, what is the existential balance, Analu?
Okay, well, you have a lot of questions, but let's start with this then. But before we start talking about existential balance, I think it would be nice for us to go back a little bit and speak a little bit about proexis, because when we talk about existential balance, we are actually talking about how to evaluate the results of our proexis. So when we talk about proexis, we are talking about the planning of human life, which is constituted by evolutionary, meaningful, exclusive, and non-transferable goals and strategies that we elaborate before the rebirth, the intraphysical rebirth, which we call intermission. So we elaborate this plan with a purpose of promoting personal, group, and broader community evolution. But before we speak what is existential balance, I think it's nice to understand that after we undertake a project, we have no guarantee that this plan will be carried out like we plan, right? Because things could happen in the way. So therefore, it's necessary to access the congruence between the initial expectations we have and the actual results. And in this way, adjustments can be made and problems can be prevented or minimized. So when we talk about this big plan of our lives, the proaxis isn't different, right? So the chances of success are increased when the degree of conformity between what was planned in the intermission and what was achieved throughout this life is checked, right? And to help in this function, it's recommended that we resort to existential program assessment. And this is where the existential balance course comes in. So I'll ask Helen to explain a little bit about the existential balance and the methodology and things like this.
Very
Yeah,
good.
sure. Good, Analu. Very well said. You explained so well. So, in human life, it's so easy for us to actually get involved in things that are not very productive in our evolutionary trajectory. So we need, as Analu said, we need a technique in order for us to be able to assess how our development, how our trajectory here on Earth is going. And the existential balance is it's not the course itself is a methodology. It's not just a technique. We have the technique, but the course will give us all the resource for us to understand how our life works, and we can actually divide our life in sections, in areas, so we can actually be able to see what we are doing that is working, what we are doing that is not necessary, and we can actually get rid of it, what we did in the past that didn't help, what we did in the past that worked, and we can actually redo it, continue doing it. This way, we become more mature emotionally, intellectually, mentally, and then we are able to assess our own involvement with other people, our involvement in our tasks, evolutionary tasks, in a more mental, somatic, or more intellectual way. So it's very easy for us here on Earth to get emotional about things and not understand the big picture in what is happening in our lives. And the course will help us concentrate on this. So, for instance, in this methodology is included, we choose several areas, usually eight, but We can assess our financial area, our relationships. We can assess even our volunteer work, our profession, um, the parapsychism or phenomena that we go through. We want so we can understand our relationship with the other dimensions, not just this one. And existentiality, what are we doing to actually give back everything that we receive, which is a very important aspect of our existential program. So all this we can reflect upon it, we can assess what's working, what's not, and then the course gives us also tools to be able to plan for the future based on what we are reevaluating. And I don't know, I know we are going to talk about the specificities of this course in Germany, but one of the aspects that attracts me a lot about this course specifically is the practical side, is the parapsychic field, which is a very different approach that we are not able to do on the existential balance in Brazil because of the timing and everything. But in Germany, we are going to be able to have that. But I'll leave it for later.
Yes, because you are telling so many interesting details about the course. And Alu started talking about Proexis, that is the existential program that we planned in our intermissive course. Okay, but we know that not everyone has an intermissive course. Not everyone has a Proexis, but we can say they have a mission of life. Can we put this way? For example, some went to the intermissive course and have an existential program within conscienciology within a group. Okay, that is the great majority of us. But let's suppose that are people that have a mission of life. Can we differentiate, or is Proexis the same as mission of life?
Well, when we, I guess you spoke very well about that because when we talk about proexis, we are talking about people who went to the intermissive course in the intermission, you know. But of course, there are people that wasn't able to take this course that we are talking about. But every one of us, included these kind of people, are here to evolve, right?
Mhm.
And we also have lives and many elements that are in common, like we are here relating with people. We have the opportunity to develop ourselves, to learn, to learn how to be better, to be assistential in a way. So this course, of course, it's meant to us to evaluate our praxis, but also to everyone that wants to reflect about their own lives because many people share the same problems that we do. How can we deal with different aspects of our lives, like dealing with having to work to raise child, to be successful in their career and marriage, and so on? I don't know if Helen would like to say something else about this, but even if you didn't take before an intermissive course, of course you can take the existential balance technique to
Good.
reflect about your life and do good changes in order to evolve.
Yes, this existential program world universe is very complex and unique to each consciousness. So, like if I take into consideration my own multi-existential line timeline, for instance. So at a certain point, I realized that I could do things differently, right? I was here on Earth living my life. And let's say, for example, that I just got tired of not having respect for others, not helping others, being victimized and suffering. And like I said, enough is enough. I don't need this anymore. And then I started to change my own inner paradigm. And at that point, every consciousness is able to actually start planning differently. So let's say, for instance, that in my last life, I wasn't still not very lucid or aware about evolution, about my own contribution to the evolution of others, but I was already realizing this. And then I come now as Helen and I get in front of a course like this. This is my opportunity to actually start planning my own intermission, next intermission. So this course is not just for people that have an existential program. You can actually start working on that right now.
Very good. And so, as you were mentioning, we people doesn't need to have prerequisites to participate. For example, someone who has just got to know about this course and is interested in planning, he can take the course, right? Or is it necessary to have a fundamental um, a course, an entry course of conscientiology? What do you do?
No,
What can you tell about the prerequisites?
there are no prerequisites. Of course, someone that has already an entry course will have a different approach, a different understanding, more, it will deepen a little more in the concepts that are presented in the course, but there are no prerequisites.
Very
Like
good.
Ana Lu, for instance, I think your first course was the Existential Balance, wasn't it?
It wasn't,
Oh
but
no, I thought
no,
so.
no, no, it wasn't. But we have, a lot of participants are from the first time, so it's very common. Because let's think, the prerequisite is to wanting to reflect about life.
Yeah,
You know, that's it.
That's it.
So it's meant for everyone that wants to do this. But as
Very
Helen said before, it's going to be easier if this person has already taken a course before. But the language we use, although we use neologisms, but the language that we use and the way we explain, it's very easy to understand, because the essence of this course is about us. So it's easier to get it.
yeah, and you
and
can always retake the course.
Yeah.
and can you guys tell us about what is the dynamics of the course? How does it work? We arrive there and there are people presenting their study cases. How is more or less the dynamics of the course? I can ask, I don't know, I think Ellen, who has participated in many existential balances.
Oh, and Ana Lu too, but yeah, I
Okay.
can. You want to start, Ana Lu?
Doesn't matter to me if you want. I know you are excited to talk about the field, the parapsychist field. So I don't know. Maybe you can start.
Well, yeah, no. Well, we have, of course, praxeologists, veteran teachers that will give us basic concepts about proaxis and about evolution, about conscienciology. They are. It's not a course where you will. Since, like we said before, there are no prerequisites because of that too. We try to equalize the knowledge, the basic knowledge in the course. So we do reflections about the existential program. Then we have the case studies, and usually the case studies are we take advantage of the experience of people that have some meaning to bring to the theme to and to the course itself. So it's very rich in this type of information. And these case studies, they can help us to reflect upon our own trajectory, our own journey in life. And this course, for me especially, will have the parapsychic field. And what is that? If there is someone here that never experienced that, is where you can actually experience the practical life, the practical aspect of your energies, of sometimes even the out of body experience of lucid projection. You have a group of veteran teachers there that will guide you, will help you to understand what needs to be done. And we also have the extra physical helpers present, which will be helping us to understand how we can actually take advantage of the field, energetic field, parapsychic field that is in the course. And in my view, my point of view, an exercise like this, a lab like this one, in a region like Germany, and with a theme like the extra-physical reurbanization, I mean, will only accelerate the process to everyone that's present. I can't.
That's true. That's true. So students are invited to take their notes, to fill their worksheets with their reflections. There is a technique that they follow
There's a workbook, yeah,
to work during the course. There's a workbook.
yeah.
Okay. And then you mentioned Germany. Why Germany? Why have you decided to do it in Germany this time?
Guys, hold on a moment. Before we answer this question, I'd like you, Eliane, please, to run that video
Okay.
for people to know a little bit about
Yeah.
the idea of existential balance, and then we get along again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's place the video.
Good.
Our life is one of the most precious assets we have. Living is a great opportunity to develop, to relate, to learn, but mainly to evolve. Yet, many of us, despite considering life as our greatest asset, do not find the time to reflect on it. Think, where are you going? Are you on the right track? Or are you astray? Because of the daily rush, bills to pay, professional pressure, and family responsibilities, we end up letting life go by without stopping to evaluate it. So, it's time to think. What are you doing with your life? Identify your mistakes and successes, failures and achievements, losses and victories, and plan your future. Existential Balance, a reflection on your trajectory.
A curiosity, guys. That's my voice.
Yes, that's
That's
great.
me
Amazing
talking. There.
voice. Well, so as you can see, any opportunity of taking a course like existential balance is unique. But at this time, this existential balance in Europe, I don't know, it's a unique version, because it's well, for the first time after 2 decades of
Yeah.
running existential balance course here in Brazil, because it's a traditional course that happens during the carnival. Um, it's gonna happen for the first time in Europe, Germany, to be more specific. And this is a milestone in the history of conscienciology, especially because, as Helen said before, the topic of this course is astrophysical urbanization. And Helen will soon explain this a little bit more about what is the astrophysical urbanization. But um, we have an important message to give here. All of those who considers themselves as intermissivists and therefore has a proexis to fulfill is related somehow with this work. Because we used to say that the reurbex, the extra-physical reurbanization, is in the background of each praxis. So Eliane started saying that people ask themselves, "Oh, should I go to Europe? Should I invest to take this course there? What's the difference before getting this course online or presential in Germany? Because I know it's not cheap to go there, but we are doing this because it's not just a course that you are going to take as a student. You know, you go there to make part of a broader opportunity to assist different kinds of consciousness. So Helen will explain a little bit about the extra-physical urbanization.
Well, in short, we are like emissaries of the extra physical dimensions. So we are here. We are reborn, not just like Analu said, not just to be born and to grow up, get married, work, and get old and have kids and die. No, we are here in order to work as a group, and it's towards the evolution of every consciousness in the planet and the planet itself, all the creatures we share the planet with. But in short, what the extra physical reorganization means is we reshape with our human energy. We help the extra physical to reshape the extra physical dimension. So there are some extra physical communities that are very close to our planet. And these extra physical communities have been for centuries, millennia here. And they are not very advanced. They are not people, the consciousness that are live in these communities, they are not very aware of their condition. So there is a lot of suffering, there is a lot of exploitation, and the best way, in my opinion, to understand and to make an analogy of how it works is just consider the places here on Earth that we know, some areas in this own planet, this very planet, that are very people who live in a tremendous disadvantage, suffering, and these is connected. The extra physical and the intraphysical dimensions, they are very connected. So when we talk about real baxes, is what we can do in order to help the more advanced consciousnesses there are in the extra physical to reshape these places. So these people, they can get the opportunity to be reborn and to advance their own evolution. It's a very complex topic. We even have an invisible college that does research on this topic nowadays. But we can see that it is a very important job to do and not very easy. So we can't do it by ourselves alone.
And Europe has had many wars. We can mention World War First, World War Second, just to mention some, but there are many others that happened there. And we have the extra physical pockets
Yeah,
of consciousnesses that are still not aware of their condition. It means that
exactly.
they don't know that they had passed away from this intraphysical life to their extra physical environment, and they keep on doing having the same behaviors, and they have to, as you mentioned, reshape, renew their thoughts, rebalance their holosoma, and that would be the real backs to bring more, to bring these consciousnesses to give them more energy so that they can wake up on their condition, be aware, get rid of the energosoma. Maybe they still have their energosoma there, or it means that they have passed through the first death, that is the intraphysical, the death of the physical body, but they
Some of
haven't
them, yeah,
lost, many of them haven't lost their energosoma, they still have the energies of their past life still together with them. So they have to renew, to get rid of that, go to a more subtle dimension, and to evolve, to get rid of those negative energies of the past, of
Yeah,
their
it's like they are stuck. They are stuck
yeah,
in time.
they're stuck in
They
time.
don't move on.
And
And some of them don't even know they are in that condition.
this course, I think that we all together there, I'm going to be there. I really am aware of this situation, this need of reurbanization, and I want to help. So that's why I decided to be there. And I think we working together, we are going to help these consciousnesses.
Yeah, and the question here is uh, knowing this and considering that a lot of us have had lives in that continent, in
Yeah.
around Germany, but in Europe. So, what's our connection? What's our responsibility? Well, some of these pockets that you mentioned, mm, do I consider the possibility of me being maybe being responsible in the past for that condition of those consciousnesses? And if that's the case, is there a chance for me to actually redo it and try to give back to the cosmos everything that I'm receiving that's good, and fixing a little bit of my mistakes from the past? So that's a more elaborated thought about the fixing mistakes that the Existential Balance Course can help us do, not just on this human life, this current life, but even
Sure.
life.
Very well put. Your
Uh,
observation,
I'd like I'd like
please.
to add something because it's very common for us that are here in Foz do Iguaçu. Sometimes we meet people when we invite, oh, let's go to Existential Balance. It's gonna be in Germany, and the person just says, but I have nothing to do with Germany. I have nothing to do with Europe. And we say, are you sure? Because, when we talk about Proexis, we know Proexis is exclusive and unique for every person, but there is what we call the transversal topics of Proexis. You know, um, the things that we are going to write, just call, how do we say it in
Yeah,
English?
it just
It's
comes.
just
It's
come
just
as well,
gestation.
right? Yeah. So it's a transversal topic. As being a penta practitioner, it's also a transversal topic. Is and so is Reurbex, the extra-physical reurbanization. So we all have a role to play in this giant maxi mechanism because we have the group karmic needs, the ego karmic needs, but we also have the polykarmic. So this is the chance for us to act in the group and polykarmic. It's a unique opportunity.
Yes.
And sometimes when the person just says no, but I have nothing to do, maybe she's not seeing the whole picture.
Yeah, they just don't remember.
Yeah,
We I think we all, the great majority of us in conscienciology, we belong to the our past belong to Europe, you know. And another thing is the concept of intersistentiality. We are not doing assistance for them, for the others. We are being assisted.
So yeah,
it's it's two hands,
two way, two
ways.
way road. Yeah,
We assist, and we are highly assisted as well. It's interassistance. I think it's very important to mention uh, the idea of interassistentiality that permeates all conscienciology. And that's I'm for example, in my my situation, I am very much connected with Germany. I live it there. I've been there sometimes, 3 or 4 times, and I'm eager to know to go this for this course because I have connections. I want to help that, And I suppose that I had many previous lives in Germany because I feel very well over there. For me, it's like I'm feel at home, you know. And well, I just want to mention as well, people, that after the we aren't going to go deep into these details in this live. We are planning to do another live after this to explain more about. But after the existential balance, we are going to have an activity in Romania that is promoted by Reaprendência in partnership with Isaac. And after that, if there's the possibility, if people are going to go to the balanço, to existential balance, they maybe can go, né, to Romania as well. And if you happen to be interested, you just send us an email, okay? And we can answer more details, because this live is specific to the existential balance. But there is also the possibility to take advantage of this trip and go get to know two countries, get to know two different fields and courses, okay? And
And at the same time, everybody that's going to the Romanian course, maybe they can start doing the existential balance in
true,
Germany and then
because
extend. So they will be reevaluating, doing their own assessment, personal assessment, and everything, and then they were going to get a closing in a way, going
yeah,
to the other course.
yeah, we have a lot of people from Romania going to participate in the existential
Oh,
balance.
that's awesome.
And after the existential balance, all the group is going, not all, but a great deal of us is going to Romania. So it's
That's
going to be great. We're
wonderful.
going to be together. Oh, I
That's,
can't wait to be there.
that's
And I have
super.
another question. I have more questions for you. So we talked about proexis, we talked about the methodology of the course,
And there are
about
some questions on the chat too. Look at that.
oh yes. We have to answer the questions of the chat. That's great. And I want to know more about the course, the hotel of the course. Okay, we have some guests. Let's see here. We have Eliane Galotti. Hello, good afternoon, boa tarde, Eliane. Danielle, good evening,
Yeah.
everyone. We have also Gabriela. Hi, Gabriela. Good afternoon. And we have Melanie. Hello, Melanie. Hope to see
Melanie.
you.
Melanie, long time no see you.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here.
We have a question here. We hope to see Melanie there.
Lottie.
We have a question from Gabriela. It's exactly what we were talking about. What is the relation of extraphysical reurbanization with our groupal proexis?
We're proactive.
Group proexis. Can you? Well, I think we mentioned
I
about,
guess,
but
yeah, I guess we already answered that before, but I don't know if Helen would like to add something in this question.
Well, no, I mean, I think we've pretty much talked about it a little bit, but the group proaxis is that proaxis that we have the self proaxis, which is more concerning your inner needs, your own personal development, your own personal goals. But we also work towards the group proaxis, which is when a group of people with the same goal, the same objective, a existential goal, get together in a volunteer manner and work together in order to better the planet, the other creatures on the planet, and all the other consciousnesses on in the extraphysical. And the extraphysical reorganization is, of course, in this thematic. It couldn't be different.
I think, yeah, we from Conscienciology, we can't run away from Reurbex.
Yeah.
Our existential program is to help with that. So it's very much connected. Very good. Let's see, Danielle Ramos Sampaio. Hello, Danielle. Why is the theme extra-physical reurbanization important? We also I consider that we have spoken about a lot about it. Danielle, if you have any other issue, let us know. Send another question more specific. But we have been talking about the importance of reurbex. We are here for that. Okay.
Well, basically, Eliane is working hand to hand with the Serenissimus,
Ah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
If you want to
Yes,
be close to the Serenissimus,
true, Danielle. We
work
we are
towards
helping.
reorganization.
Yeah, we are a group helping the way we can. Okay. So people, and nice to be there. Life's been difficult. Okay, Melanie. Yes, we understand it. And Loshi is saying hello. Hello, Loshi. So Loshi is the main organizer and the one who idealized the existential balance,
Yes.
right? So he has been teaching in this course for more than 10 years already.
More than 20 years
More than,
because, yeah,
he's an expert. He's not in the live because his English is he doesn't speak English, but he will be there. People, it's important to mention that the course is going to be in Portuguese, but it will have simultaneous translation for in English and Spanish. So it's no problem, and you can talk directly to Loshi. He's going to be there. Okay.
And
We
if you are interested in to know, a little bit more about the extraphysical urbanization and the relation between the existential balance and Europe, Loshi ministered Calepino Conscienciológico. I don't know the name in English. Do you know, Helen?
uh, I
The theme was
Conscientiological
Europe.
color.
conscientiological calepine, I
Yeah,
think.
Calepine. Well, that's it. So you can find there is a YouTube channel. You can find this live because he goes very deep into this subject.
Very good,
It's a
very
good
good.
idea for us to translate that, huh?
Yeah,
To do
yeah,
some,
that would be great.
We could do that. Uh-huh.
very good. And we have also Anna Yogan from Florida, USA. Hello, Anna. Thanks
Hi,
for being
Anna.
Hi, Anna.
people. We are very happy. Thank everyone for being here with us. Don't forget to subscribe in our channel and give your like. Okay. And so, people, I think I would like to talk a little bit about the town. How is
Oh, can we show
Friedrich
them the
North?
picture?
We have a presentation. Okay, let's talk about. Let's add the presentation and show how is the hotel. How can people so people can get some do some rapport with the place. Okay.
Well, so the course it's gonna take place in Friedrichsdorf, which is a small town a small town near Frankfurt. It's amazing because it's so much beautiful and there is an energy that I cannot explain because you have to be there to feel it. But this is the hotel entrance. I
Yeah.
guess by now you know it's amazing. It's a beautiful day in
It's in
this
the middle
picture.
of a forest.
Yeah, in the middle of a forest. And once you get in there, the energy is very different.
Oh,
See, this
wow.
is the hotel in the middle of the forest, and everywhere you look at around you, it's so green, and the air you breathe is different.
Wow.
So I guess you already can imagine how it is to take an energy work there.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
and it's
imagine to stop 3 days, 3 whole days to reflect about your life and do this, this program that we are
yes, it's
speaking
an
about.
immersion in immanent energy as well.
Yeah.
A little, a few pictures from
The
the
town.
town.
So
It's so
cute.
beautiful.
And how long does it take from Frankfurt to Friedrichsdorf by train, Analu?
I guess it's about 20 minutes. I don't remember the exact time, but distance, but it's very near. It's very easy to get there. Once of course, we are gonna go first. We are not going um, one day or two before the course. We will be there like 4 days before the course starts because we have to organize it as well. So we are staying in Frankfurt because it's easier to do another things. Uh, but yeah, I guess we took like one or two trains and we went there. It's easier. It's easy to go there.
Very good. And if the person wants to arrive um, 1 or 2 days before the course starts, because the course is going to start on a Saturday morning, that is September 30. Okay.
Hmm.
And if the person wants to stay, does hotel offer a special price for the participants?
Yes, they do. The participants just need to send us a message because we have a voucher. So this participant will send an email telling them that they are a participant from the course, and we send this voucher, and they will be able to make a reservation with a different price.
There's a comment there from Laine Loshi about the number of participants.
Yeah,
We have 74 participants in this,
74.
yeah,
Wow, it's
enrolled in this course. And we are, I think easily we are going to go over 80.
Yeah, I guess so. Guys, let's reach 100, please.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's gonna reach 100 because we
Yeah, I
are
hope so.
wow, we are in July, in the middle of July. The course is going to
yeah.
be in September, in the end of September. So we have 2 months and a half. It's many people can organize themselves in 2 months and a half. It's more than enough time, okay? So I think we are going to reach 100 people at least.
Yeah.
So
I hope
look, people, if you want to do the subscription now, you just access Store Conscienciologia, that is where all Conscienciology courses are, and you can do your subscription, okay? You can ask for single or double rooms. Is it possible to stay in triple rooms, Analu?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Is it possible to stay in triple rooms? Because we have
Like
single,
three people
double,
in
and
one.
3 people in one room.
Yeah, I guess it is. I don't remember, but I have to check this information with Manuela and with Najla. But I know two is for sure. I don't know if Losh is watching. Losh, a possibilidade de ficarem três pessoas no mesmo quarto, eu não lembro dessa informação. So, if you answer this to me, let's see if he answers us in the
But
chat.
also, guys, you can also go to our site www.proexology.org, and you can also get information there in
Very good.
English.
Very good. And okay, people over there. And if you have any other doubt, if you can write an email of someone who can answer, we can post it here, okay? Because people might want to ask. You can ask us. Maybe I'm going to write my email here, okay? You can ask me just
Okay.
to be more.
There's also the Manuela.
Yes. Also, we have a partner here that has an agency travel. So he's helping people to buy tickets and to see where they can stay and things like this, so they can make another things at the course ends, we can also share his contact.
Very good.
So Losh is saying that most of the rooms are individual, but there are a few for couples as well. So I don't know. I don't know if there has this option of triple.
But
Okay.
we can find out for you if you
We
have
Yeah.
can
the.
find out because it's always good because it gets a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, just contact
Okay.
us and we'll find out.
Let's
Yeah, but
see.
it's worth to say that when you go into our website and see the price, it's all in, you know.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's good to mention that because you're not gonna pay separated for the rooms during the course.
That means breakfast, lunch, coffee breaks, dinner,
Dinner,
everything is included. Hotel, everything,
yeah.
except for the plane tickets. That's separate.
It's important to mention that we will have two breakfasts. Okay, that is Saturday. No, three breakfasts.
three.
Yeah,
Three.
No, two, because it's gonna be
Sunday
weird.
and Monday. Okay.
yeah.
Let me try to explain, and Lu corrects me because Loshi told me about that the other day. So the course starts on Saturday, September 30, and goes until Monday, October the October 2nd.
Second.
Okay. Yes. And so we are going to have a breakfast on Sunday and Monday.
Sunday and Monday.
We are gonna have three lunches, okay, on Saturday, um, Sunday
Sunday.
and Monday, and two dinners and three coffee breaks. And all another thing is that it's an immersion course. The students should stay in the hotel. Don't it's not recommended that people go out of the hotel. That's why we're going to serve lunch, dinner, coffee break, everything there. So during the course, the recommendation is to stay there, focused on the course content, on the self research. And we are going to have some work with energies in the evenings after dinner. And so it's very comfortable, very safe. And we will also have on Sunday, a Sunday lunch, during lunch, a very important event that is the launch of the Tesauros of
Where
Conscienciological Terminology. That
Yeah,
is,
maybe now would be the time to show the folder,
yes,
to
oh,
yes, yes.
that's the entrance of the hotel. So pretty.
Yeah, the
yeah.
reception desk. This is
This is
the
the room.
The classroom, right?
Yeah,
the the, the
it's
room
so beautiful.
very
Around it, outside you can see the forest.
very
It's so
comfortable.
beautiful.
Oh,
Here
there it
it's
is.
is the folder. Very small, but I think it you can explain a little bit about the it's as you can see, the program is very intense, very full of activities. And this yellow part here is when we have the breaks for lunch or dinner, coffee break. Um,
And we also have the bigger version of that folder, guys, on the program on our site. So you can actually
Helen, could you please talk a little bit about the conferences, the teachers that will
yeah,
be with us? I guess it's gonna be great.
these the teachers, they are like they are veterans in conscienciology. They've been teaching and researching for a long time. Not saying they're old, but they are very experienced. And so we have on the first day, Elisete. She's going to be talking. As I said before, it's a case study. So she's going to talk about existential resilience and her experience, her own trajectory in achieving that resilience. We also have Cesar Cordioli and Fernanda, and they are going to be talking about holobiographical timeline, the hypothesis of group karmic interconnections. And on that same day, we are gonna have the first parapsychic field. Woo! And guys, from 8 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock, so 2 hours, 2 hours. And on the second day, we're going to have a debate, a reflection about the existential balance in the morning. And then right after, we have Jeffrey Lloyd, Magali Ornelas, and Juliana dos Remédios. They will be talking about consciential self research workshops. So it's a more practical experience. And it's not just a lecture. Also, in the afternoon, we are going to have the book release and the evolutionary dualism at foreign soil with Eduardo Vicenzi and Anne Catherine. And after that case study, we're going to have Marcelo Brivilati talking about his consciential immigration, and Felipe Colpo, right? His name?
Right.
Felipe Colpo, and I can't read.
Silvia Muradas.
Yes, Silvia Muraday, sorry.
Yeah,
And they,
the case of Philip Cope and Sylvia Muradas is amazing because they're gonna talk about an extremely rare condition in proexis, which is the reproexis.
retroactive, yes,
Yeah, so you cannot lose this conference.
yeah.
Wow, I don't
It's
know what
very
is
rare,
this.
Yeah, is
very.
when you change the proexis. It's an extremely rare condition that we study here.
Interesting, very interesting.
Then again, the second day after dinner, the second field, second parapsychic field, 2 more hours, guys. And then finally, on the third day, we are going to be reflecting more about the existential project or the planning. And then we are going to have a debate about maxi proexis in Europe. And then the final reflection and the closing of the event.
Well, now I guess Eliane could speak about the thesaurus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's gonna be the official lunch.
Yeah,
Launch.
on Sunday lunch we are going to have a very brief launch, but for me I consider a great opportunity that was given to us because this project is from ICNEL, that is the International Council of Conscienciology, of Terminological Conscienciology, that is a permanent council of UNICEF, and we organized this thesaurus. It has 3,020 terms in 7 languages, and the great majority of the teams, of the language teams who worked in this thesaurus, in the translation of the terms, are going to be there. So it's a historical moment that we are getting everyone together, and this thesaurus was done for the world because it has seven languages. Conscienciology, that are the leading edge relative truth that we have in conscienciology, are being translated to the world. So it's very important for us. So I first of all I'd like to thank the opportunity of for Apex to allow us to do this during the existential balance, and I invite people to be there, even if you're not participating into existential balance, but you are around and you want to join us. It's going to be on Sunday from 20 past 1 until 2 o'clock p.m. Okay, so you can come up and
That's
appear.
awesome. Congratulations, Eliane. That's
Thank you.
Amazing work.
Yes, I think the result was good, and I hope it helps.
of
It
course it
will.
is. So I just want to reinforce, guys, again, that these guest speakers, they are not only experienced in lectures or in classes, but they are, like we know in conscienciology, when you're doing a class, when giving a class, we are actually assisting. You're putting the existential traits in practice. So just imagine this, all these people together in the same environment at the same time in a place like this with this history, past history, and with this topic, reurbanization, planetary reurbanization. Imagine the potential that it has. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity to be with these people. And another thing that I consider that is extremely important is that we being together, we are going to plan not only our personal proaxis, but we are going to work on the group proaxis.
Yeah.
That is the international praxis of conscienciology, let's say, because we are going to plan together, and we see that our relationships among this group is more deep than we thought, and we can. Everything's about contact. Everything is about doing better this time. Okay, reconciliating with each other, learning how to live better with each other, I can say, and do the clarification task, because what is important is that we speak very clear what is conscienciology about. That is something that is very useful for us, for ourselves, in terms of evolution and well-being in this life.
Oh, Eliane, and another thing that I just came across my mind, imagine the behind the scenes. So
Yeah,
we have these classes, we have all this program, but imagine the lunchtime, coffee break, the
yeah,
connections that we can make.
that's great part.
I was just thinking about it because I was watching now the pictures of the professors, and I was thinking about, for instance, Elisete Guaresi. Her presentation is about how her life changed before the plane crash Chapecoense, the airplane
Oh,
crash Chapecoense. This event was known in the whole world, so imagine how many of consciousness will be um, rescued in this moment.
yeah, that's
The
true.
rapport we are going to make, also the presentation of Cesar Cordioli and Fernanda Schweitzer. Uh, uh, well, the memories that they have of their past lives and how it impacts their lives so far. Imagine how much of consciousness will be assisted in this moment, and the same thing for the others, so it's much bigger than we can see, I guess.
Very interesting, very and important. It reminds me of Strasbourg. That was the last time I was in Germany. It was Strasbourg is in France, near Germany. But it was the last time I was in Europe together with Conscienciology group, and it's the potential of an international event is enormous. So that's why I want to invite people to really make an effort and go participate with us, okay, because it's really worth it. And people, I we are almost in the end. We run out of time, But I have a last question from Anna Yogan that I think it's very important. We go back to the Rearback's theme, but just very briefly, if we can um, answer, how do you relate the German culture with the occurrence of the Second World War? Well, Anna, it's a difficult question to answer because there are a lot of things that we had to analyze. We should analyze more deeply about the German culture, what lead to the Second World War. It's a lot of things involved. It's not possible to answer everything now. But what I can say, I can answer a part of this question because I live it in Germany, and they are very, very much aware of the damage that World War II did. They are very worried that this how do I say that people sees Germany with other eyes after that occurrence, and they're very respectful with what happened. They every place you go, they have monuments in for the ones who suffered and the effects of Second World War. And I think that the people learned a lot. They don't want to forget what was done. They don't want to hide what was done. They are very concerned and respectful to those to the victims. I think everyone was a victim of that. Would you like to add something else, Ellen and Anna Lu?
Well, I have the impression that the German people, they are open to reshape and to change and learn from the mistakes of the past and create a different future. And that's probably why we are actually now capable of bringing a course of this magnitude to that area, because the both the intraphysical and the extraphysical of that country is already mature enough now to open for changes and try to remake, redo, um, fix a little bit of the mistakes that were done in the past.
Yes, Melanie lives in Austria. She's adding that World War II happened due to a complex set of circumstances that was connecting many European countries. So we could make a life with some people from
That's true.
that are very well informed about it to talk more about it. But
Maybe
look,
you could invite Ivo Valenti because he studies the Second World War and the Nazi movement, and maybe he's a great guest that could help answer these questions. But I guess it's a very complex question, and it's also hard to understand because German culture was so. Um, it's even for the researchers, it's difficult to understand what happened by that time, what led it to this.
yes, and but it's interesting that if we go, the ones who are going to existential balance, we get connected with this. We study the culture of the country. We study what happened there so that we can assist better. I think it's a very important question that Anna brought to us, and Melanie's comments as well. Okay. Hitler was Austrian, for example. Interesting enough, Germany is the one country that did the most process
Process
post
post.
World War II.
Yeah, that's in tune with what I said. That's probably why we are able to do an event like this with this.
Imagine what's gonna come up at the field there
Yes, my
to
past
help out.
life was in the resistance movement in this Second World War in Germany. The subject is very impactful. Yes, I remember Melanie commented about that. Many of us worked in the resistance movement, people, and many of us have had helped people to survive this war. Okay, so each one can do his own self research and try to connect with the team, because it will certainly help from now. When you subscribe in a conscienciology course, you are already entering in that energy field. And helpers, you are working together with helpers, helpers are working together with you. So, people, I think we covered a lot of things here, a lot of details about the course, and much more came up. And this is just an appetizer about what's going to be this amazing existential balance in Germany. So, once more, I invite you all to know more about the course in this link at Apex website. And if you have already decided about the course, you can subscribe in this link that is in storeconscienciologia.org. If you still need some other information, send an email for me. I can forward you to Manuela or other people from Apex, right? And that's all. What I want to thank very much for the participation of our instructors, Ellen Matos and Ana Lu. As always, it was great to be here with you. And you can say goodbye to our guests.
Helen, would you like to go first?
Okay. Well, it's such a pleasure to be here again, Eliane. I love this program. I love coming here. I love talking with you. And Melanie, I hope you can come to the course. I think you're gonna add to the experience there. You you've shown us that you have a great relationship with this topic. So, and thank you all guys for watching. I hope we could help you with your questions about the course and about the topics and everything. Thank you for having me.
Very good.
Thanks for the opportunity to be here. Again, it was amazing. I love working with you and with Helen. She's my partner in English, right?
Yeah.
I was about saying the same thing to Melanie. I hope to see you there, Melanie. I think it's going to be amazing. So share this live with your friends, with everyone you know that has something to do with Europe, or someone you know it's an intermissivist, a person that you know that it's in need to reflect about their lives and proexis. I think this course is going to be amazing for everyone that takes it.
Very good. So, people, I hope to see you in our next live that is going to be on August 20th with Juliana Remédios, that is a consciential therapist, and she's going to talk about toxins. The title of the live is Change Your Thoughts, Renew Your Life.
And he's
Okay?
one of the teachers, of course.
Juliana is also going to be at the Existential Balance. That's great. It's all synchronic.
I
Okay?
hope so, but I'm not so sure because I heard that she is dealing with some personal stuff, and
Oh,
it's possible that she may not show. But I hope something changes
Yeah,
and she's able to come. I don't know.
okay. I didn't know.
very good. Okay, people, so see you. Thank you very much for your participation. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.